All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. His first carry. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 18. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bears take over.
Ready? Check. Mike 50. Squeeze, double. Hey, check 24. Rock it. Deep river.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lauletta. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming after you. I'm coming after you. Zip it. Bravo. 22, jet, Bubba. 22, my jet.
Now Jackson binds, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
It's Lawlett off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
95%. No, check his mind.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Lauletta. That is caught by Cohen. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hit into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hines. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, I'm coming.
Here's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
95, Mike, 95. I got it. 95 is the same. No, check. He's Mike. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Hines. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
95's Mike. Watch 95. Hey. I got it. 95's the Sands. No, check him. Yeah. Zoom. 95's Mike. Watch 95.
Here's Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Lauletta on first down. But he completes it to Cullen. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch left. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to catch 6-6. Pull it high. Be grip.
Lauletta. Caught by Montgomery. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Dancing to his left. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 10.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, check. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Let's go.
From the 17, Jackson. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Hines. And he coughed it up. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, check Mike 45 over. Crunch time, defense. 45. Mike, 45. Go. You remember me. Let's go, baby. 45.
Jackson from the shotgun. This complete to Jones. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
On first down, Hines. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Draw play. This is Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check 9. 66. Put it. Half. Set. Go. 36.
They run with Hines. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, it's Hines, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume. 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down, a run with Cohen. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 39, Lauletta. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bears.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38.
Hey, stand off, dude.
This is Cohen on the toss. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. General West. Check 24, watch 24. Hey, Haywood. Step.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
High 7.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go, team. Here I come.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Running it with Armstead. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Let's go.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Lauletta now to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper!
45 the mic. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step.
Hey, Zoo!
Here's Lauletta. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. And got his man complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. He'll let this go for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's got it across the field and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 44-yard line.
Got it. No, check his Mike. Put it to check. Put it to.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
X3, 218, chop. 5.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 3rd down, Lolota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D.
Now it's Hines. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Will Dissly. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Lauletta. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Let's get off the field.
Lauletta now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Completes it to Miller. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Check three. Check three. Check three. Kill. Kill. Kill.
Gone.
On first down, Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, Delta.
Lauletta. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Get it.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line. Today's